So usually I take multiple takes to make a video, but from now on, I want to take one take because barely anyone's going to see this, and I want to use this as training to think quickly and speak clearly on the spot. So today we're going to talk about a phrase that is, I know, popular in the UK, and it really annoys me. It really irritates me, and that phrase is, "It is what it is." You hear this all the time. It is what it is. I don't like that, and I'll tell you why. It is what it is. It's fine to say in a situation where you can't change anything in that situation, because it is what it is meant to be like a form of acceptance. So in that rare case that, you have zero responsibility in the matter and you just have to accept it, it's fine. For example, let's take an inevitable thing such as death. Your pet dies. At this point in time, you might have to sit yourself down, and it's okay to say, you know what, it is what it is. It's the same thing as saying, this is the way, like from The Mandalorian, right? But in capital letters, this is very rarely the case. And people end up using this phrase far too much, far too often in situations where they are preventable, they are responsible for what happened, and they overly think that just being accepting and laid back about the situation is the right thing to do, when doing it too much actually comes at your detriment and you're stunting your own growth. It's basically a scenario that they're in where you're just too lazy to actually think about a solution, and you're actually too lazy to reflect on what you could have done to prevent those things, and you just neglect thinking about why that thing happened. Some examples are the following. Oh, my girlfriend broke up with me. Oh, it is what it is. What do you mean it is what it is? There's a reason that happened. And acceptance should not just be your automatic response to that. You need to think, well, why do I have to go through this? How can I make sure this doesn't happen again? Like, the alarms should be on. Another example. Oh, I lost my phone. Nah, it's gone now. There's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. Technically, yes, you shouldn't. It is gone, and there's nothing you can do about it, except for analyze your behavior and be like, right, okay, what are the steps that led to this point, and how can I not do that again? Just acceptance of the situation without reflection is not the right thing to do. If you accept everything as is, then nothing changes, and if you don't change, you don't grow. And if have you ever seen that Casey Neistat thing where he's like on an escalator that's going this way, and he's like, if you do nothing, you just go back. And if you walk at a steady pace, so the escalator's going this way and you're walking like this, you'll stay in the same position. And then you actually have to run in order to progress. It's exactly like that. Like, you can't do nothing, because on a long enough time scale, you'll go back. And this doesn't just apply to things that you have done, but this is also situations where things have happened to you. For example, house prices have gone up and I can't buy a house. I've not done anything wrong, but I'm not going to go and say, well, what it is. Well, it's my life that's going to be affected. I'm not going to be able to raise a family in the way that I want to raise a family if I can't buy a house. So no, it is what it is not the appropriate thing. Even if the solution to that is hard, it's much harder than it should be. I'm not arguing otherwise, but just acceptance of that, I'm like, oh, okay, then, well, I'll just accept whatever shit is shoveled in my direction, is not the way that you grow. You have to be like, what am I going to do about it? This is shit. What am I going to do about it? And then think of something. This is just laziness. It is I refuse to think about the situation that I'm in. I refuse to work out solutions. So I'll just be like, oh, it is what it is, mate. It's shit, mate. But, you know, get on with it, whatever. Nah, that is not me. Yeah, because you could. That's everyone has that potential to just put their foot down and be like, I refuse to live this way. I'm gonna find a way out of this, but you're never gonna do that unless you stop telling yourself and just being in a acceptance. And I think that acceptance mindset doesn't necessarily have to come in the words of it is what it is, but just in general being like, oh, okay, yeah, this isn't what I want, but I'll take it. That's fine. You know, that's fine, until you just find yourself one day miserable and you're like, why am I miserable? It's like, oh yeah, it's because I've been actually like not respecting myself, like in the same way as a partner, you need to respect their wishes in order for that relationship to flourish. You need to have that relationship with yourself. What do you need? What are your needs? Are you listening to yourself and your needs? What are those things that you're telling yourself? And if you just keep settling below what makes you happy, then you're gonna it is what it is your way into a sad hole. So yeah, that's my take on that annoying phrase that I don't know about the other parts of the world, but in the UK I hear it all the time, and I'm just on like Love Island and shit. It's like this guy's been a dickhead on Love Island, and then afterwards just like, oh, it is what it is. I'm just like, I mean, it makes great TV, but I don't want that shit near me. Anyway, yeah, and I'm back. Hello. It's been a while. I took a bit of a break, but I'm here and I'm back on monk mode. I was kind of off monk mode. I was still doing shit, but I wanna get back on this anyway. So I'll see you just like in January fashion, where I was on it with this channel, in a couple of weeks. Tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow.